When I started Mary Kay, I thought I couldn't do it because I had never sold anything. I wasn't
Oh, can you guys hear that? Yeah.
Yeah.
the
Welcome.
most optimistic person, I had no dreams, and I was full of excuses. But Mary Kay has helped me grow and develop the giant inside of me. And most importantly, it has helped me to believe in myself. This opportunity just fits because it gives us flexibility, it adapts, and we can work it around our lives. What I love most is having the quality time that every woman would like to have to spend with her family. My children are my driving force, my reason for living, and my motivation to keep growing. And I thank God for the Mary Kay opportunity because when I immigrated 18 years ago, I discovered that my profession would not transfer here. And I spent 9 years in an abusive relationship. But when Mary Kay came into my life, it marked a turning point for me because Mary Kay has a foundation that helps end domestic violence. And I was impressed to see how many women had changed their lives. And if they could change their lives, I could change mine too. And I thank God for the leaders who believed in me. And I want to continue passing this legacy on to other women. Today, it is not what I've earned, but about the woman I have become. Mary Kay changes lives, and I know the best is yet to come. My name is Gayla Lopez, and Mary Kay just fits my life. Okay.
All right. Awesome. Ooh. Welcome, everyone.
I need to unmute myself, right?
There you go.
Yay! Welcome, everybody. We are so happy to have you at our event, which is called Cadillac Culture. And my name is Victoria, and have two of my friends, Lene and Jessica. And we are so super excited to share with you our American stories, basically. So that's what this event is about. And I know some of our guests maybe like join this event just because your consultant asked you to help her out because she's like running after some kind of goal, and we so appreciate you for helping your consultant. Maybe you are one of those guests, like, yeah, like maybe like you just like you heard about Mary Kay opportunity, you tried some products and you just wanted to check us out and learn a little bit more about what we do. So we welcome you too. Maybe you're one of those like, hey, you know, my consultant told me I can like win some products, get some free products. Like, I'm here for that. So that's great too. We all love free stuff. So we thank you for joining this event. And yeah, speaking about free products. So during this event, so we will be doing basically two drawings. Okay, so the first one we will do at the end of this event while we are still on Zoom live. And so that would be the drawing would be for this brand new summer product that the company just launched. It's just really cool body lotion with lavender and coconut scent, super moisturizing, like just amazing, luxurious, feeling. I've been using it for like a couple of weeks. Love it personally. So that's what we are giving away for the live comment. So basically, to get those entries into the drawing for this product giveaway, you just need to be commenting, okay? Commenting while we are on Zoom call. So yeah, let's start with put some comments in the chat. So who invited you? What's your consultant's name? And why is she amazing? Just put this in the comment and keep commenting during the event. The more comments you would put, the greater chance that you would win this really amazing. It's like a big size too. It's like a really great size. Yeah, I love it, and it smells amazing, moisturizing. So yeah. And the second drawing we will do on Friday. And to get entries into that drawing, so basically we will give you 3 secret words during this event. So you will have to stay till the very end. And you just need to text those 3 secret words to your consultants. Okay, that would get you first entry into the drawing for the grand prize. And to get the second entry, like, yeah, I'm still jet lagging a little bit. So to get the second entry for the grand prize drawing, you just need to give your feedback about this event. So your consultant either will send you the link to do the survey or ask you a couple of questions about this event. That's how you'll get the second entry into the drawing for the grand prize. What is the grand prize? It's a product basket, some more products. Yeah, we love giving products away. So yeah, that would be the second drawing. Okay, and yeah, let me start with my story. So my name is Victoria Wall, and I'm sales director with the company. Originally, I am from Belarus, which is like very small country west of Russia, so in between Russia and Ukraine. So I went to the pampering session 19 years ago. That happened 19 years ago. Crazy. I was stay-at-home mom. My daughter was 2 years old. I was not taking care of my skin, and I just fell in love with the products. I loved how my skin felt at the end of the appointment. And then when my consultant told me a little bit more about the company, and what was Mary Kay business side about. So yeah, I decided to join the company pretty much right away. Well, I never thought I would be doing something like this for so long, first of all. Second of all, like, I never thought I would be doing it in English because I speak Russian as my first language. And when I started, I was back home and, started my business and was speaking only Russian. But, well, long story short, 19 years later, I'm here in the United States. So I got married for the second time and I moved to the United States 8 years ago and joined Mary Kay again. And I promoted myself to leadership position with the company 3 years ago. And this, 3 years has been such a great journey. So because like as directors, we still teach skincare and makeup application is all consultants, but we also teach and train consultants and help women to be successful, to build their confidence. So I love this part too. And kind of like interesting fact or story, I just came back from visiting my family in Belarus. That's why I'm still like jet lagged a little bit. So I might be like not remembering all the words and stuff. But yeah, I just came back from visiting my family, and I was actually a guest speaker at Mary Kay event, like local in my hometown. You guys, can you believe it? And yeah, it was like so surreal, just kind of like a full circle. Because when I started Mary Kay business, like I never thought I would come back and be a guest speaker, speaking in front of like guests and consultants in my hometown. So it was like so special and so surreal. And that's what Mary Kay is about. So it doesn't matter what language we speak. I just connected with some local directors and it's like, well, come and speak. And I came and I was talking and speaking and inspiring women. And we just had like great conversations. And, some of them told me like, yeah, I'm from small town too, because I'm from small town, like 10,000 people. And she was like, oh my gosh, like if you could do it, I can do it too. Exactly. That's why exactly we share the stories. So yeah, so that was very, very special. And so I think like one of my favorite parts of this business, I mean, money is great, right? We make money, and actually, this income that we make in America, me personally, I use my American income to go and see my family more often. And it's like expensive, overseas and, flights and stuff. And my mom is fighting cancer in the moment. So yeah, I mean, this business gives me like, chance to go and see her more often, not just once a year. And then flexibility again, like if I had like some kind of like full-time job, probably they wouldn't let me go like 4 times a year, okay, for a couple of weeks. But yeah, so we have flexibility with even like we can work this business virtually and in person. So when I was visiting my family, I still was working and doing Zoom calls and virtual pampering sessions. So the flexibility of this business is like amazing. You can work it from any place in the world basically and still be successful and make money. But and of course you will hear stories from Jessica and Lynette today. Yeah, we can earn so many different things like diamond rings. Do you like how it's matching my like earrings? and diamond rings. So this is one of my diamond rings that I earned with the company. Really cute, love it. We earn cars, and that's why actually our event is called Cadillac Culture, because pink Cadillac is one of the cars that we can earn. And I know Jessica is running after her first pink Cadillac. Woo, girl, cheering you on. And Lene earned several. She will share with you. So yeah, this is one of the cars we can earn. We are actually earning our third car, me and my unit, my magical unit. We are on target to earn our third car, which is super exciting. So those things are great. But my favorite part is the culture, the sisterhood. And so basically when somebody starts Mary Kay, like, I don't know, like I don't think women even know what they're getting into, and I didn't know. I just joined, to make some like extra $100 a month, not even a week, a month. That's how I joined. And, just for some flexibility, I never thought I would like make friends and, like be part of this unique culture. And so that's very, very cool. So especially when I moved to the United States, I didn't have any friends, you guys. Just, I didn't. Or my family, my friends, they all stayed back home. And 8 years later, like, yeah, so Jessica, Lene, like we connected through Mary Kay and we became friends. And that's, I would say 80%, maybe like 90% of, women in my life came into my life through this. So that's kind of cool. And yeah, very, very unique culture of acceptance and love and support and celebration. And it's like, yeah, that's why we have this pom poms, because we love celebrating each other and praise women to success. And yeah, foundational growth, you guys, is huge for me personally. Again, when somebody joins Mary Kay, like you don't know what's going to happen, but if you stay in the company long enough, this is huge, like the growth that happens. Like again, me, my story, I never thought I would be like speaking in front of like groups of people, well, in my kind of like in my language that I speak, Russian. But I just a couple of months ago, right? Just was a couple of months ago, we had big event, our spring career conference here in Denver, and I was teaching. Consultants, like I don't know, big group of people, maybe 100, in English, you guys, not even Russian. So, and yeah, I was nervous, of course, but that's kind of like the perfect example how like doing this and having support and overcoming your obstacles, yeah, that's how we build confidence in women. Yeah, and I built my confidence to that extent. So I decided to become a director and help women to build their confidence and be successful and help them to be to be great and the best version of themselves. Like, yeah, confidence, building confidence, and foundational growth and sisterhood, those are my favorite perks of this business. And my secret word, you guys, is emerald. Okay, so emerald is we have different divisions in Mary Kay. So I'm in emerald division, so this is my secret word. So be sure to text the secret word to your consultant. That's for guests to get entries into the drawing for a grand prize. Okay, and be sure that you comment in, ask questions. Yeah, I forgot to mention. So during our event, be sure that if you have questions, put them in the comments. First of all, you'll get extra entry. Second of all, we will be answering those questions at the end. And I would like to introduce my amazing friend Jessica. We connected through this, you guys, and we like doing things together and running after things together. And just, I love you, Jessica. Like, it's just so fun to see you running and working hard, and you're like super fun person. And we don't do just Mary Kay, you guys, just for you to know. We go dance sometimes and do other things. But yeah, I love you with all my heart. I'm so grateful that we connected and God connected us through this this company. And yeah, take it away.
Awesome. Thank you, Victoria. I love hearing her story. Don't you guys just love her story? I think Victoria is like the #1 person who can overcome anything. Like we were just talking today at our director meeting that she was 9-hour time difference from here to Belarus, and she was doing virtual orientations with consultants, mailing out pamper packs. And it's like, there are no excuses. If you have a computer and you have a stamp, that's all you need, some samples. girls and not even like just to meet with people. So I love that. I love that. And oh my gosh, I love how you got to be, a speaker back in Belarus. It's like, so cool that, you can do that. And when we think like, gosh, I'm so busy at this and this going on, it's like, can we just pop on a Zoom even, anywhere in the world? So thank you for sharing that, Victoria. Just no excuses. And yes, good. We've become such good friends through like this event, and then just through so many things, just get to hang out. And we're very much the same. We both got our pom-poms going on, and we're ready to go dancing anywhere the wind will blow us. So I love that. And if you guys are, even if you're consultants on here watching, keep those comments coming. Let us know what stood out to you. Let us know anything. So I know a few of you are consultants on here. So yeah, keep commenting so that we can see who's here and get, even if you have questions too. And if you've been in Mary Kay for a while too, you can ask us some questions. But my name is Jessica Harvey. I have been in Mary Kay for 16 years. I have been just working my business here and there. I love that you can sprinkle this business in. It doesn't have to be full force all the time, or it can be when you want it to be and when you don't want it to be. So I got started by just going to a Mary Kay party. I couldn't believe how amazing the products felt to my face. I just was like, oh my gosh, I don't have any money, and I heard that you get 50% off all your products. So I got started just to get my products at a discount. And then I could not believe how amazing the products felt, and then how much this product really has amazing brand recognition. One of the national sales directors shared with us recently that we are number 9 in the brand recognition. So when you talk to people and you say, yes, that deserves a pom-pom. When you talk to people and you say, yeah, I just started, with Mary Kay, or I use Mary Kay products, people are always going to be like, oh my gosh, I love the makeup remover. I love Mary Kay's, cleanser. Oh my gosh, I tried that before. How's it changed? So like number 9 brand recognition is huge in all the world. So it's crazy, or in the United States, I'm not sure, but it's on the Forbes list. So it's cool. So what I loved is when I got started Mary Kay, and still to this day, I just ask people for their opinion. Hey mom, would you be able to give me your opinion, and bring all your friends and friends, and we had family, and then that person has had a party, and then she brought her friends and family, and then that person, it turned into, oh my gosh, all these people that have been blessed with Mary Kay. And now I love that I can expand to my customers and invite them to bring their daughters and have them bring their kids and their husbands. I just did a whole session with a lady and her fiance, and it's just so fun because anybody who has skin wants better skin, right? Like if you're especially some of us are in Colorado, and it's like we're dry, so people are wanting some moisture in their life. Or I know Lene's in California, and it's like, okay, we need some just some sun protection out there, whatever it might be. And so everyone is kind of looking for something. And when we can, find a need and fill a need, that's what we get to do with Mary Kay. And so I love that we get to serve serve our customers, serve our consultants, and really find a need and fill it. It doesn't have to be, this whole grand thing, but we're just getting opinions, having fun. I always built my business along collecting opinions. So would you be able to help me and just try some products? Would you be able to help me and try some products? And it's like, oh my gosh, okay, she got a skincare set and she got a skincare set. When the products really speak for themselves, that's kind of what I was sold on. And I don't know if you guys know too, we also follow the European Union standards. So United States standards only ban about 8 to 12 ingredients in the United States for skincare and color cosmetics, which is really scary. But in the European Union, they actually ban 1,500 ingredients. So I love that we are in safe hands. Our sunscreen is, good for your skin. I've heard of other sunscreens that aren't good. We're paraben-free, dermatologist tested, suitable for sensitive skin, non-comedogenic. So I always start my parties with that because, people are seeing influencers, share products, and they're like, add to cart, add to cart. And it's like, those products could be bad for teenagers. They could be bad for, anyone. And I love that Mary Kay really just does hundreds and thousands of tests each year to make sure the products are at their highest standard. So since I started with products and loving the products, I had to tell you guys about that. But then I've just grown to really just love so much about this business. I love that we get to dream bigger, Mary Kay. Today we were at our director meeting in person, and people are talking about all the trips that they've gone on with their Mary Kay money, the houses that they've built with their Mary Kay money. And it's just so cool because we're in this group of women and men. We were talking about the males, you know, there's men too that are Mary Kay, but we were talking about how just we get to dream bigger. We're around bigger thinkers, and it's not, you know, it's about changing lives that we really get to see Mary Kay. Another person in our director meeting talked about the joy and the happiness. Like, oh my gosh, isn't it so true? Like when you see another Mary Kay person, my newest consultant said, I've never seen so many happy people in one room. And it's like so many happy and nice people in one room, and especially women, right? When can you ever have 300 women in a room and they're all nice and caring and just sweet to everyone? And that's what I love about this business. It's such quality people. And so we stay in this business. Yes, we can make a little bit of extra money, but you know, take away the diamonds, take away the money and everything. And we have this business of a culture of women that we're praying for each other when something happens in their lives. We're you know, sending positivity to everyone. We're caring. We're, you know, it's not a toxic, you know, relationship like it is in some businesses. So I love the joy and the happiness. I love that we get to serve women, and it just really adds value into our lives. So there's so many things that we could say about this business, but the products, the joy, the happiness, being able to design your life, like Victoria said, what other business would you be able to just go away for 4 weeks to visit your family and not have to like call in or write a letter or who knows what people have to do. And so she got to go like, yeah, for weeks and weeks, like 4 times a year. So, and that's what's great about, you know, you can design what works good for you. And for me, I still teach part-time. I love teaching. And so I get to have those days where I have my part-time teaching, and then the rest of the time is my full-time Mary Kay. I could do Mary Kay full-time, but I do enjoy teaching. And so you got to just design your life. You got to design everything about your business. So I could talk for 100 years about all the reasons why I love Mary Kay, but I better keep going. My secret word is Ruby. We're in the Ruby division, and we can earn rubies and diamonds and all those things. I'm actually wearing a ring today. I know, like Victoria's one too. I was like, I don't usually have my diamonds on and my jewelry, so love all the things Mary Kay. But my secret word is Ruby. So I hope that you guys something sparked your interest, and as you're watching, keep on commenting. Let us know something that stood out to you. And I get to introduce, I'm going to call her the legacy, Lene, because she is definitely a legacy in Mary Kay. She has really just what you guys are going to hear in just a minute, but she has just achieved so many great things in Mary Kay and really gets to tell us about that Cadillac Culture legacy, Mary Kay. So take it.
Okay. Well, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I love listening to you guys' stories. It's like, for me, it's like, remember when, you know, you go through different, longer you're in Mary Kay, you go through different stages, you know, but they're all good stages. They all have a purpose and everything. And I think one of the most favorite parts about Mary Kay course, Hindsight's 2020, is that I really think I found my purpose doing this business, because all the personal growth you get, and it's all about growth. And Mary Kay was all about growth, not standing still, and you becoming everything that God created you to be. And she was just the humblest, sweetest lady, but also like the businesswoman, you know? She could say anything. She could say anything and it was okay. She could say anything, and because the way she said it, it's like people didn't really get offended, but she could be you know, because like some things we don't like to hear, but we need to hear it, you know? So, but yeah, she could always just answer things with a lot of grace. And I just wish she was alive today to just, I would love to hear things she'd be saying now. I would just love her scripts. I would take her scripts, that's for sure. But anyway, she was like the best mentor anybody could have, because like, I don't know, there's just a trust and a belief that she was just, you know, called to do this. And I don't think you could get bad advice from Mary Kay, you know? And it's weird because it's like, even though she's been passed away since 2001, it's like, I feel like she's still, I know her better today than I did then. Like, and I appreciate it now. You don't appreciate it as much at the time. You don't realize how important it is while they're here, you know? But she was like my national, because we have a Go Give area, and so Mary Kay was like the first national sales director, you know. So she started the, you know, she would be, when I go into, we used to call it the Go Give area, and she would like be there, you know, too. Of course, we're going to director training and everything, but just such an approachable, awesome, just lady, greatest woman entrepreneur of all time. I always tell everybody, whether you can do Mary Kay or not, sometimes just do Mary Kay so you can learn all about you. It helps you in everything in life. Like my daughter, she's really good at another business she's really doing now because she did Mary Kay, and I'm her mother. But it is so true. I mean, Mary Kay just did everything with excellence, you know. And I have these things that I had printed out. I got them from another national, and then I just had my printer print 'em out. But and Mary Kay's got so many quotes and things that she says, but I just love this. It says Mary Cash started her company so a woman could live the priorities of God first, family second, and career third. She always said, in that order, everything works. Out of that order, nothing works. And she really believed it, but she also, walked the walk. She just didn't say things. She liked that it was who she was. So when I started Mary Kay, it was like I was broke. I needed money and I didn't want a job. My kids were small. It was, pretty simple. I just thought, it gave me hope I could get a few bills paid because that 50%, I signed up to 50%. I didn't think about prizes or cars or anything. I didn't really even know about them. But you do catch on if you go to your meetings really quick and they just dangle the carrot in front of you. You just follow the yellow brick road. Just follow the Mary Kay career path. And it's the priciest company there is, I think. Sometimes you get stuff you don't even know what you got it for. And so she didn't believe in criticism. She believed in praising people to success. And they are just really good at that. She always had it in the budget as it grew to the money they spend on us is like crazy and the prices they give us and stuff like that. So, but it ended up being a career for me. And but I didn't know that. I guess God knew that. And Mary Kay wasn't even on my mind. I just knew I had to do something because my husband hadn't worked in 2 years. We were in a recession. He was a carpenter. There was no building going on. And I was like, honey, you need to find something to do and provide so I can stay home with my kids. That's what I wanted to do. But anyway, so it was just as simple. I was just at my girlfriend's house and I saw a Mary Kay bag. God had to use a bag because she didn't open her mouth. So I pretty much recruited myself. I got to try the satin hands. I recruited because of the satin hands and you can make 50%. That's the only thing that recruited me, probably. That's all. And it just gave me hope. I don't know, just the way I was wired. And I just remember you earn and learn at the same time. I didn't have to know really a lot to start making money because I didn't have time to go to college or something and learn something new or whatever, right? I could earn right away. And, and I just probably just read, squirt, and smile. You just follow that flip chart, and cha-ching. And yeah, so, and the products pretty much sell themselves. And I can just remember going to my first party and, when you, of course, I have a lot more personal growth now, but in my mind, I'm thinking, as I'm driving, I can still remember driving to this party thinking, what am I doing? And I don't even, because, I don't even know these ladies. It's my first strangers kind of thing. And so you have just all of this head stuff going on. So I do that. Then I get to the party and I'm just thinking, okay. And I was a newer Christian, but still, okay, I'm just going to do my best and do what Mary Kay said and just let it go, let it go, let it go. Okay. So and it ended up being fine, but it's just so interesting. You know why you learn so much, you get so much personal growth in this business? Because you work with women. They are like crazy creatures. Okay, so, but I remember, of course, look at it totally different, but I remember that first party and, there's you're listening to what they're saying. You're thinking, oh, they're not going to buy anything or they know more than I do about this and that and color and all that. And I'm just thinking, no, just do what the flip chart says, and stuff. And it was like a $400 party, and so, I left feeling a lot different than when I came. So, but it is so cool. You can't put a price tag really in what you learn. And we learn so much because it is a people business, and God uses people. I'm sorry. It doesn't matter if you're an introvert, extrovert, shy. It doesn't matter your personality type. The culture just gives us titles. It just but for your Mary Kay, it goes, it don't matter who you are. Anybody can do this business. It doesn't matter your age, your background. Some people, yes, are more outgoing and some are more like, you get your introverts. Actually, it doesn't really matter because you just grow you. She was all about, you don't compare, you just grow you. And so, and I wasn't like Miss Friendly. I didn't really, I never even talked to a stranger before I got Mary Kay because I never just thought never dawned on me too. So I wasn't like in love with women or anything. So, but God grows you, and it is so cool because it's people, and you'd be surprised. Like Mary Kay says, if you change one woman, you can change a whole house. So now that I've been working with women for 31 years, I get it. I get it. I see what a big deal it is, what we can pour into the lives of others, and it's not just all about money or something, but just making somebody feel good about themselves, saying something nice, God just opens the doors, in this business all the time. And so I just really like that you can grow. Because I'm afraid if I didn't start Mary Kay, what would I have done? You just kind of stay the same. Like my husband, he's the same. He's the same. Well, he had a stroke, so he's a little off, but he's the same. I'm all because it's just the way it is. It's just, I love him. We're good. We're totally opposite, but it's like I keep growing. You never stop growing in this business, so it's exciting. It's never boring, right? And then you look at when objections come or you're trying to figure this lady out or this woman out or make somebody happy or whatever, you look at it so much differently. You look at everything like an opportunity. It's just a different way, and you're not in a box, so it's a very like, God just has lots of promises for us. So I just feel like it's really helped me have the abundant life, because it isn't all about money, it's about everything. Right. Yeah. So I just like that, having the confidence. And then my grandkids and my kids, I always say my kids were, I love my kids, but they were practiced. My grandkids, now I know what I'm doing, you know, and as I just love that. And I just feel like we need more kind of leaders that like Mary Kay, because boy, you can change the world being like how Mary Kay was. She was just the epitome of a servant leader, and putting others first and not getting offended, and even and hold her cool. Like she was on 60 Minutes, and they were trying to, mess her up. It just cracks me. So I would have probably like strangled the guy, but they already knew she was a Christian, but they asked her if it was a cult, if she was using God. You're just all whatever. And of course, she's just all, well, I certainly hope not. I hope God is using me in my company. She always knew what, she wasn't afraid of anything. She would talk to anybody. She would talk to anybody. She doesn't care because, and she learned that early because she was a woman in business when it was mostly ruled by men. So she really got it. Men, you guys, are different than women. We think different in business. That's okay. Our ideas are different. Doesn't mean you're not supposed to do it, because she wouldn't have done anything if she listened to what everybody was telling her to do and not do. We wouldn't have the pink Cadillac. I wouldn't have my car if she listened to General Motors, right? She wouldn't have started Mary Kay if she listened to her financial advisor because her husband just died, right? No, but she would do it anyway. And so that's what I just loved about it. She knew who she was. She knew truth. She just, she didn't feel like God really started using her until she started Mary Kay. So I just like the faith that she has, and the Christian woman that she was, and what came from that's the most, I love that most about my business. I know my business will work if I work, you know. Um, and of course, I live in California, so you never have enough money. But I haven't had a job since my early 20s. So I'm blessed that I've got, and then when my husband had a stroke, it was just me, he gets his disability now, but that took 7 years to get, you could be under. But anyway, it's like it's provided. Um, and so I couldn't get a job now anyway. Could you imagine? I'd be fired in 2 seconds. When you do and say what you want for all these years, and the way things, well, especially here, California, you can't, I mean, you can't say and do things. I'm like, that I can't, that'll never, you can't help it who you are, right? Yeah. And so that's what I like. Everyone become who God created you to be. You don't have to be controlled by what culture says you're supposed to be and do, right? That's like boring anyway, and it's no fun. So that's the best part I like about it. And you can make a lot of money, you can make a little money. There's no quotas unless you want to earn a car, become a director, And so I do appreciate, because in California, our taxes are really high. Just a registration on a Cadillac or sales tax, I pay 11.25 on sales tax every day. But my Cadillac, I have no payments. I don't have to pay that sales tax. I don't have to pay that registration. I have, and I get a new one every 2 years. So I do appreciate that a lot, a lot. And something about driving a new car, because my husband would never buy a new car. So because he's that way, And so when he leaves here, though, whose car does he take? Mine. So, but I'm glad I can have a new car because I do Mary Kay, and Cadillac is almost that is like 60 years old now, that legacy of that Cadillac. And it came to be because Mary Kay went into General Motors and she had her palette and she says, I want a Cadillac and I want this color. And they said, no, you don't, Mary Kay. It's going to cost a lot of money and you're not going to like it. She did it anyway and it became right what an icon. Yeah. So but anyway, so that's just a little bit about Mary Kay. Like we all could go on forever, forever, but I won't go on forever. But anyway, it can be whatever you want it to be. And sometimes you just don't know until you give it a try. And so my secret password is Sapphire. And back to you, Jessica.
Awesome. Thank you, Lene. Oh my gosh, so many great stories. I love that. Actually, let's bring us all back on here too, before we go over the options, and then we'll see if you guys have any questions. But I love that. Thank you so much for sharing just those legacy items, and just that we can do anything in this business and say anything and be anything and just like have that freedom of choice. And I love that. So that's perfect. Okay, so we're gonna just give it just a little bit. Does anyone have any questions about anything before we show some of our deals? So feel free to ask any questions in the comment. I know Leanne said the encouragement and empowerment you all give is amazing. So thank you, Leanne. We appreciate it. So if there's no questions, we'll give it a second, but I will go ahead and ask questions, and then I will go ahead and show you guys some of the options. So if you heard, well, yeah, keep asking questions if you have any, but if you heard anything that stood out to you today and you're like, you know what, this, sounds like a lot of fun, a lot of happiness, a lot of dreaming big, a lot of empowering women, a lot of legacy, all these great words that we talked about, we're going to show you some options that we have right now. So right now it is only $125 to get started, Mary Kay, which is so great because when I started 16 years ago, it was $100, and I love that it really hasn't gone up at all. It's like the greatest thing. It should probably be like $5 million right now, right? With the inflation and everything. So we love that it's $125 to get started in Mary Kay. That includes everything to do an in-person party, as well as all the digital tools and your website and everything. So you have everything to get started. You get the cute bag, designer bag, you get the mirrors and trays, you get $400 worth of products to do skincare sessions, hydration, supplement sessions. You have the glam, everything for glam. You have your foundation, your mascara, you got everything. Plus that flip chart that Lene was talking about that's going to tell you exactly what to say. I love that. Squirt, flip the tray, and talk about products. So super easy, everything you have in there. Plus you get everything that's in the eStart, which is your website, ProPay, catalogs, lots of samples. So that is super awesome as well. If you don't want to get started with the full business business kit, you can also get started for $35. That gets you in the door. You get a welcome brochure, the lookbook, you get your digital tools, and some of those things. So you have two options, either get started with everything all included, $400 value, or get in the door with that eStart. So what questions do you guys have about that? And I'm actually gonna, if no comments come in, I'm actually gonna pop it to Victoria while I get the wheel ready. Here we go.
Yay, awesome. So yeah, if you have any questions, put it in the comments. We have like a couple more minutes before we do the drawing. Yeah, I love hearing your stories. Lene is like a legacy. Like Lene, I've never met Mary Kay Ash, the woman who created the company. But like when I like meet women like Lene, like you, Lene, you are Mary Kay Ash for me, because I will never meet her. I never met her, but like hearing the stories and how you talk about the company, and you met her too, and like the way you talk about her. So it's like, so, it's, yeah, I mean, it's just so unique and so special. And when I was speaking in my hometown, I told them like, I never thought I would meet women who were at the beginning of the company, or who have been with the company for 40 plus years, and who met Mary Kay in person. And so it's just kind of surreal a little bit. And yeah, it's very, very special. And Jessica, yeah, your story, I love your story, and all those things that you were talking about. Yeah, again, a quick reminder for guests. So to get those entries into a drawing for a grand prize, which is a product basket, you just need to text those 3 secret words that you heard to your consultant, and then answer a couple of questions that she would ask you about the event. And we will be doing the drawing on Friday. So if you are the winner, we will reach out to you and mail you your products, and this is so exciting. And yeah, if we are ready, we are going to do a drawing for live comments for this amazing lavender and coconut scented body lotion. Love it.
All right, here we go.
Weep, weep. Do it music. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Oh, there's no music. There usually is.
Yay!
All right, Carolyn! Woohoo! You guys had some good odds out there, getting those comments coming in. So thank you, Leanne and Carolyn, for being on. And awesome, Carolyn Moore will get you your prize. All right,
Thank
thank you
you.
guys so much for being on. Bye.
Thank you. Thank